Hey everyone, it is about 7:27 on this Tuesday, and I'm here to do my DVD update that I promised you in my channel update. So yeah, let's get to it and not waste any time here, so you can see exactly what I have added to the collection. Now we're going to start off with something that I mentioned briefly in my college football bowl schedule video, and that is the BCS/bowl selection shows together as one. That's right, this is the BCS selection show and the bowl selection show that followed. Both aired on both shown on ESPN on Sunday. Now I know people will ask, why would you even record that? Well, believe it or not, there are people that do, and essentially they do it for sometimes because it's a tradition and it's for historical reference, because you never know what's going to happen the following year. It kind of gives you an idea sometimes of who went to where, and then the following year you're like, oh man, look where they are now. You know, like last year Auburn and Oregon won the national title game. Look where Oregon is now. They're in the Rose Bowl, not a bad place. Auburn, they're in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And then also you got the Kraft Hungry Bowl, which is in San Francisco, and you got a team with a losing record in UCLA participating in it. Well, next year that won't be the case, hopefully. But yeah, that's the first DVD added, new DVD added. I haven't made a cover for it yet, but if I do, I will. But essentially it's just the kind you want to put in a slipcase. Now, the next DVD added is X-Men Wolverine. X-Men Origins Wolverine. This essentially is I essentially basically downloaded this about a year or so ago. I just not yet added. I just didn't add it to DVD at the time because, one, I didn't have no colored ink, and two, that was about it. I didn't have no DVD cases either. So, but yeah, here we have X-Men Origins Wolverine, and you might ask yourself, well, is it? Well, did you? You might ask yourself, well, did you download the one that has that unfinished footage and all that was controversial when it came out or before it came out? No, it's not. It's actually the copy that gets released to DVD stores, essentially about a week or two or three before it's officially released on DVD, and the kind that's on a pay-per-view rip. So, yeah, there we go. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now here we have, speaking of X-Men, X-Men First Class. That's right, it's X-Men First Class. I did buy this movie, believe it or not. Now you might look at this and say to yourself, well, how could you buy it if that's not the official DVD disc or the official DVD? Well, it's because I bought it off pay-per-view on demand for $5, $4.99, essentially $5. So for basically $5, I bought a movie which probably runs about $13 to $20 on DVD, depending on which version you get, and essentially it's about $25, $15 to $25 depending on what Blu-ray you get. And funny thing about this and Wolverine is because this ran 132 minutes, I couldn't put it on its own individual disc. I couldn't record it onto its own individual disc, so I combined the two onto one disc. I recorded both onto one disc, and then using DVD Fab, my DVD Fab program, I was able to put them on their own individual discs. So there you go. Then next up we have Captain America. And just like with First Class, I bought this off pay-per-view on demand for essentially $5, $4.99 if you will. So yeah, I did buy it, but it's not in-store bought, if you will. Then next up we have Thor, which again, just like with Captain America in First Class, bought off pay-per-view on demand. I know the cover's a little dark to see, but there you go. And just like with First Class and Wolverine, I had to put these two on I had to originally record these two on one disc because this ran 2 hours and 4 minutes. Now you might say to yourself, well, that's not too bad. You could have used the time frame. Essentially, I couldn't because you know, even though some people will say 2 hours gives you an extra few minutes, last time I tried 2 hours or even 4 hours, it didn't make it. It made it up to about 3 hours 59 or 1 hour 59. That was about it. But yeah, Thor and Captain America on one disc, just like First Class and Wolverine. But thanks to the DVD Fab program I have, I was able to put them on their own individual disc. So there you go. And then here we have Green Lantern. Now this one I was able to put on its own individual disc because it runs just like Thor, runs 114 minutes. And again, I bought this off pay-per-view on demand. So you can consider it its own individual disc. So there you go, Green Lantern. I don't even know if my nephew noticed that yesterday when he was here for a few hours. But maybe he will now, because maybe I might give him something for his birthday. Now, essentially what this is, folks, is basically $5, $10, $20, $20 worth of DVDs that essentially you would have to shell out $15, $30, $45, $50 worth to buy at the stores. You get I got all these $20 together off pay-per-view on demand. And that's saying something, folks. That's saying something. Now you might say, well, that's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap, and it's cheap either way. It depends on whether what TV you have. If you have an HD, $7, no big deal. You have, $6, no big deal. You have 3D, $7, no big deal. And then finally, I'm checking my time here. Finally, I got this in the mail. I got this through UPS yesterday. I bought it off Amazon.com for about $6.99. Originally it was $8.99. It's gone back up to that for some reason, but it was $6.99 when I bought it. It's $5 at Walmart, from what I understand, at Walmart, at places like Walmart and Target. But if you get it online from Walmart and Target, you got to add in the shipping cost. With Amazon.com's Prime account that I have, with the Prime account that I have, I don't have to pay no shipping or handling or taxes. And what did I get for $6.99 from Amazon? Which came via UPS at the latest I've ever received a package, which is essentially around 7:38 p.m. last night. Sonic Megamix. Now you might say to yourself, why would I even spend money on this? Because I know some people have had negative reactions about this throughout the year. And to me, it's like, well, you can't really go against it. It looks like it's a little tore there. That's okay. But like I said, you essentially can't go against it because, in Circle, depending on how you feel about them, they're trying the best to give people what they want. Yeah, they'll edit certain scenes. According to some people, they'll edit out certain dialogue or scenes, basically dialogue off certain episodes of Saturday AM and all that. But you got to give them credit. They're trying to give people what they want. Now you would say to yourself, well, Brian, this is essentially something you could do by yourself. Yeah, it is, but let me ask you this. It is essentially something we could do by ourselves, but could we get a better quality than what they would give us? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But here's what's on here. You got 3 episodes of Adventures, 2 episodes of Underground, and 2 episodes of Saturday AM. On Adventures, the episodes are Spaceman Sonic, Little Merhog, fast and easy. With Underground, you have 2 episodes. One is Underground Masquerade and Sonic Tonic. And the other one is and from SatAM, you have 2 episodes, which is Ultrasonic and Supersonic. So yeah. You get more adventures than you do Underground and SatAM, but when you take a look at this insert, yeah, I kind of think it gives you an idea exactly what direction they go with their entertainment at times. But you know, give them credit; they are trying to give everybody what they want. And to me, I think honestly, this is like a testing ground. I think this is just to test exactly how far they can go, and maybe eventually they might release box sets. Because they did this with the Mario series as well, so, and they even have one which combines episodes of Mario 3 and Adventures of Sonic into one, so, you know, on one disc. So there you go. But yeah, you know, give them credit. You know, they may not be the best right now, but they're working at it. They're doing the best they can. So trying to give us what we want, but not essentially in the manner that some people may think we want it. You know, some people have said, I read comments where they said, well, if you wanted to release a mega collection in time for the 20th anniversary, you should have just released a mega box set of all the series, of all the episodes from all 3 series. Yeah, that would have been great, but you realize how much that would have cost to buy? Basically, I think what they're doing is they're just taking baby steps, you know, step by step, and eventually I think one day we're going to get an announcement of box sets eventually. Series box sets of these shows, but I think this is the first step, and I don't think it's that bad. It's kind of like a good travel companion, and it's also good to have in your collection if you're just an average Sonic fan like I am. So, yeah, Sonic Megamix, right there. And I wasn't really going to buy it because I was trying to find it off Redbox and on Netflix so I can DVD fab it, but you know, like my mom has told me, God has a reason for everything. So, there you go. My new DVDs added to my collection. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Comment down below if you like.